What's up you guys, my name is Kaiser and today I'll be bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be mostly the same team I've been using in my previous videos with the exception of my Yanmega, and once again this is a UU tier match, but this was before the tiers changed in June, so you can see my team's for the most part the same with the exception of the Yanmega, and his team, he'll be bringing a lot of flying types in the form of his Sigilif, Swallow, and what's that thing called, Articuno. So he brought really fun lower tier, like mostly RU and U, maybe even BU mons with the exception of his Roserade. So this looks like it's gonna be a fun match. Let's go and get this thing started. Alright, so he's gonna be leading off with a Sudowoodo, and I'm gonna be leading off with my Dumbo. And I want to go ahead and get as much damage off on this thing as possible, so I go straight for the EQ. But he actually doesn't even take him down to his sturdy, which was a little bit surprising for me, but it's not a huge deal. Now he goes to the Toxic, and he's going to use that to break my sturdy, knowing that he doesn't have much to go for. So here he decides to switch out into his Swallow, but I predict that and I go straight for the knockoff instead of the EQ. So now I get to knock off this Swallow's Flame Orb, so that way his Guts boost will not activate, which is going to be very nice for me. Now he knows at this point that his Swallow's going to be completely useless, so I just go straight for my Ice Shard, and down goes the Swallow, so I'm up 6-5 early. Good for me. Now he switches out into his... Ooh, I think it was Kecleon? I don't remember. Let's find out. Yeah, Kecleon, yeah. Oh, good. So he goes into his Kecleon. I know these things are very capable of physical walls, and I can't really stay in, partially because of the toxic damage racking up. So here I go straight into my Frosty, who takes a little bit more from this fake out than what I had actually expected. He took like 40 damage. I mean, obviously it's still not all that significant, but damage is damage, and I don't like to see it. So here I figure out he's actually a very offensive-oriented Kecleon when he goes for the Power-Up Punch, knowing that he's going to be increasing his attack over time. Now, good thing for me is that I'm actually a physical wall for my Frosty, so I'm going to be tanking any physical attack he has fairly easily. So he keeps on going for more power-up punches, getting his boosts, right? Takes more Life Orb damage, and at this point you can see that the Life Orb and the Toxic damage is racking up. Now, takes a little more damage. Now I have to go for my Protect so that way I don't get hit by anything that he wants to throw at me, which is going to be another power-up punch. And obviously with my Protect, he's not, my Frosty's going to be taking anything. Now I go for another Wish, prolonging this little stall war that we have going on here. He does some damage to me with his power-up punch, brings him down to the range where my Toxic almost kills it, not quite. So here I go for my Protect, preventing him from going for one more final attack, trying to get just some last ditch damage off on my Frosty. I recover all my HP due to the Wish, and he finally dies to his Toxic. So a little toxic stall war that he knew he wasn't going to win. He knew there really wasn't much he could switch in. He probably could have switched into his Roserade earlier, but I don't know why he didn't. So now I go to my bubble, and he's obviously going to take this Giga Drain fairly well, not taking more than 20%, and obviously now he can't do anything, so he has to switch out to Sigilif. I predict the switch, so I go straight for the Crunch. Unfortunately, it doesn't do all that much to the Sigilif, as it's most likely going to be physically defensive. Now I get the Defense Drop, which is going to be really nice for me, and he activates his Toxic Orb, and I was actually scared about this Sigilif at the very beginning because I thought he was going to be carrying the Burnt Orb, but instead he carries a Toxic Orb, which is much better for me, because I am the Rest Curslack set, meaning that I can just rest off my Toxic and I will be fine after going for multiple numbers of curses. And yeah, so gets Toxic once again by his Toxic Orb, and here I'm just going to be starting to rack up my oh no, I still keep on going for crunches, fishing for crits or something. Oh wait, what happened there? I must have missed myself using a curse or something, and he got a, and as a result I was able to. No, he got the defense drop. That's what happened. Then I was able to kill him with a -1 defensive crunch. So Now he switches into his Articuno. He's going to go for the Hail. Going to be racking up a lot of residual damage onto my Curslax, but with the rest, it's not going to matter all that much in the end. So I got my first curse up, and then get some more lefties recovery, hail damage, and toxic damage. No big deal, because once again I do carry the rest, so it's not a huge deal. Now he goes for the Blizzard, and with Bubble being that especially defensive wall that he is, he's not going to take anything from that Blizzard. So now I go for my +1 Body Slam, and it does about half, so it's not too bad, not too bad. But at this point, the toxic and hail damage is going to be accumulating up to a little bit too much, so I'm forced to go for the rest here, allowing him the opportunity to roost or do whatever the freak he wants while I'm asleep for the next 2 turns. Now I decide here that it's not going to be all that beneficial for me to stay in, so I go ahead and switch out into my what's this thing called? Vaporeon, yes, Vaporeon. So, which allows him to get the roost off. So now I'm going to be taking a little more hail damage, getting my lefties recovery, which negates the hail damage. No big deal. Now he knows he can't stay in here for fear of the toxic, so he switches out his Roserade, and I do indeed go for the toxic, not over predicting the switch. So his hail finally peters out or whatever, and now I go into my Yanmega, who can obviously take a Giga Drain that I was predicting. Now I go for the Air Slash here, and I'm like modest choice specs, and it doesn't even kill it. I was just like, what? I'm almost sure it was minimum damage. I did not do the calcs, but I'm almost sure it was minimum damage. So now he goes into Sudowoodo, he's going to take a Tinted Lens Air Slash to the face and die. So now he goes into his Articuno, and I don't really want to switch out here. So I just want to try and get more damage off, so I go for the Air Slash, which misses. And that really sucks, because Blizzard kills me, which is pretty stupid, because Blizzard's only 70% and I'm 95, so obviously there's something wrong with the calcs. Now I go to my Galvantula, go straight for the Thunder. Thought it was going to kill, not quite. Apparently Articuno is a lot more especially defensive than what I had expected, so I go for the Bug Buzz here, and once again, as I was saying, Articuno is a lot more specially defensive than I thought, and doesn't die. Now he gets a crit on the Blizzard, no big deal, because I do have to carry the Focus Sash, and it's actually going to take a Thunder plus 2 Bug Buzzes to kill that Articuno. So now his Articuno finally goes down, and I think this is his last Pokemon. No, this is his last Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. Now here is his Roserade, and he goes down to a Bug Buzz, giving me the win. So good game, Justin. Yeah, feel like I did pretty well, making the good early prediction with my Donphan going straight for the knockoff right there, and it was overall a pretty well-rounded match for me. So good game, Justin. If you guys like the material, please subscribe, and I will be bringing you guys more. So goodbye.